See, whatever position you hold your body in chronically, your connective tissue says, oh, really? That's where you want to be? Let's reduce the workload on the muscles and just freeze your fascia in that position. And it'll do that. And the body is always reforming itself that way. It's very interesting. You know, I once, this is a classic example from my life, and I didn't realize until later when I studied the body what had been going on, but it was just the weirdest thing. I used to live with a woman back in my East Village days who was quite small. In fact, she could never quite bring herself to say she was 5 feet tall because she was just so honest. You ask her how tall she was, she'd say 4'11 3/4. She could never give herself that little extra quarter inch. And so, you know, when we would walk around on the street and I had my arm around her, it was down here, you know, like that. You know. And I didn't think much of it. Then we broke up and I started dating taller women, and my arm would go to sleep instantly, like within a minute of having my arm up there. It would go, and it never went to sleep when it was down here. And it wasn't because my arm was so much higher and the blood was draining out. The fascia, for whatever reason, in my arm, in that position, just decided, oh, that's where you want your arm, you know. And it was around the time I was getting involved in yoga, and I realized, you know, when I was stretching my arm, I was feeling this stretching and this kind of this burning sensation you get when you're stretching fascia. And it's this, I mean, how many hours a day did I spend walking with my arm around this woman? Not that many, but for some reason my body... We were very romantic. It was long, long walks. And it was just the one side, really. But there was a memory there, and it wasn't just a neuromuscular thing. It was in the tissue. You know, it just resisted being held there for whatever reason. My arm was going, you know, go back with her. Because the arm wants to be here. So, but this happens all the time, and we don't necessarily notice it. And certainly something that's really chronic, that, you know, is building up for years and years and years. It's in the connective tissue. It's in the muscles. You know, if you use a muscle for enough years as if it were a bone, in other words, propping on it and getting support from it in a way that doesn't ask it to move a lot, your body will decide finally to turn it into bone. It's just going to send, you know, calcium into that area, and it'll become ossified. And you see this on X-rays. People's muscles sometimes are starting to become calcified.